Good morning, my millionaire growth partners. My name is Otis Tucker, the world's first trillionaire. I have a mandate from God, people, to bring about the greatest prosperity period that this world have ever seen. And the way that I do it is by creating a million millionaires. Now, my topic for today, people, is that I want you to transform your life today by changing your beliefs. Um, I want to dig into this for you. So here's what you got to realize, man, is that the way you are right now is a product of, what your upbringing, like what you grew up around. You know what I mean? Like, think about it. As a kid growing up, you learn from your parents. Get older, you go to school. You learn from the school and the surroundings, and so forth. You kind of get the ideas that your environment plays a very big role in helping you to believe certain things. Now, unfortunately, um, your environment, it can be tricky in a sense. Like, for example, if all you ever known was lack and limitations, poverty or whatever the case is, or struggles or all kind of different things, whether it's emotional, physical, or otherwise, then that's what you believe as you go up, that's what the reality is. Now, obviously, that's not the reality for everybody. You know what I'm saying? So it's like that's just one version, and that's your perception of what reality is for you. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what your environment and the education and the things you've learned have shaped you to believe. What I'm encouraging you to do, people, is again, I'm all about taking responsibility for your life. And a big part of you doing that is that you have to basically, obviously, the previous situation I just painted, as far as lack of limitation and the way you've been brought up and working two, three jobs just to pay the bills, versus somebody that grew up in a different environment where, they never experienced any lack or limitations. They had all the nurturing, all the extra things that, that they grew up with so they can have a whole totally different life. So my point is that again, reality is nothing more than your perception, and the way to change your life is definitely to look at other point of views in the sense that I want you to imagine whether you see other people experiencing it or you just know that it's something you want for yourself. I want you to really be conscious and start thinking about the things that you really want in your life. And as you go about thinking about these things, people, the way you make it real in your life is that you have to change what you believe. For example, I want you to change the belief that you have to work 2 to 3 jobs to make ends meet. Just because your grandparents did it and your parents did it, that doesn't mean that you have to do it. You know what I'm saying? That was their reality, and it doesn't have to be yours. It doesn't have to be yours because the power lies in your hand because you get to choose the new amazing future that you want. Let's just say again, I'm giving you real life example, people, because I'm all about being practical. If every woman in your family or everyone in your family is not in a happy, successful relationship, I don't want you to believe that that's your portion also, because that's not true. That just happened to be their reality and their perception, and you don't have to own that for yourself. You have the right to change that for yourself, people. So I want you to start imagining, like, hey, what does that amazing person that God have created for you look like? What does this person do? Who's this person? Whatever the case is, like, what do you believe? Uh, like start creating that vision, man, of what it is that you want. I think too often in life, people, we focus so much on the negative things that is happening in our life. And what I'm really trying to train you how to do, people, is to always see life through a positive lens. The glass is half full versus half empty. Half empty and half full is the same level of water in the glass, but believe you me when I tell you, the view that you have with the glass being half full leads to abundance and your life being amazing. If you keep looking at the glass half full, that's a negative way of looking at it, unfortunately. And that right there create the negative life or the life that you do not want. Believe me, people, when I tell you it's a choice. I only focus on you creating your amazing life, so I talk and speak and teach from that perspective. So I'm sharing with you that any negative thing that you find yourself saying about yourself, I want you to really make a list of those, because once you identify them, then you can change them. There's so many things you're saying and doing negatively towards yourself and don't even realize it, because you've been programmed and you've learned and taught and believe that that's the way life has to be, to the point where you're oblivious to what you're doing. Listen to me. I want you to take ownership of your life, man. Take responsibility for your life. Make a list of all those negative things that you do or say or think about yourself. You know, if you think you don't deserve success or you don't deserve to be loved, where you get that from? The fact is, people, you deserve the best that life have to offer, man. You know what I'm saying? Abundance of blessings is your portion. But see, it doesn't matter if I say it or no matter how many times somebody else say it to you. The catch to all of this, people, is that you have to change the way you believe. You have to change the way how you see things. You have to start believing these things that I'm saying to you. Because until you believe that these things are real for you, they will never be. You know what I'm saying? It's like another thing, too, is like thinking that you're not enough. Listen, man, I've been there myself, so I can relate to that. I want you to start believing, people, that number one, you are more than enough. You are capable of doing any and every single thing that you put your mind to. But the catch again is that you must believe that that is the truth. See, if you don't believe the things you're saying, people, then they're empty words. You know what I'm saying? And even if you hear it, it fall on deaf ears because you're not even open enough to receive it. And it's only because of the fact that you don't believe that it's possible for you. I want you to start believing, people, in everything that is positive that's directed towards you. Anything that is negative, I literally want you to rebuke it in the spirit, because that's what I do. Anything I do not want, I literally rebuke it. I literally do. I rebuke that thought, I rebuke that sentiment, I rebuke that belief, or even that idea. You know what I'm saying? I want you to attract, people, your amazing life to you, and I'm sharing with you the tools on how to do it. You must start looking at yourself as always half full, not half empty. You know what I'm saying? The best is yet to come, people. Start believing that for yourself. Start believing that God's favor is over your life, because it is. God lives inside of you, man, just like he lives inside of me. And, you know, you just have to start believing that also in itself, because once you start to believe that, and I think that was a big portion of my journey, is when I came to the realization that God lives inside of me. I mean, we all know and understand how powerful God, the Spirit of God is, and to know that he lives and resides inside of you, that shows you that you're extremely important, people, and you're here for a purpose, to deliver on his will and have an amazing life in the process. That's the easiest way you can really deliver and praise God, man, is really just be an example for yourself, you know what I mean, the best version of yourself, for your kids, you know, because they're watching, people, just like how, you know, whatever limiting beliefs you have, they're watching you purge those limiting beliefs for your life, from your life, and they're starting to believe of what's possible. Why? Because they're watching you do it live, just like you're watching me change my life in front of you. With that being said, people, listen, here's my affirmation for you. I am grateful now that you are a millionaire. Facts. I am grateful now that you're married to the person of your dreams. I am grateful now that you have amazing health and is in the best shape of your life, people. I also pray right now that the Spirit of God that's inside of you will open your heart and open up your mind to the infinite possibilities that surround you. I pray also, people, for infinite knowledge, wisdom, and understanding, man. I pray for nothing but blessings and abundance over your life, people. Y'all have an amazing day. We'll talk tomorrow.